Well, today is Sunday, April the 21st. It's 48 degrees out. Well, actually 48.4 degrees Fahrenheit. And everybody's sort of enjoying the sunshine. You know, these pigs, they've been rooting in here now, for a couple of weeks now, and you know, the ground's still frozen, but look at there's a 2.5 foot deep hole here that they dug recently. And this part over here has basically been rooted right up really deep. It was still snowing here when they were rooting in here. And they plowed them big rocks up. They were a walkway. The other 3 pigs had it rooted up pretty good last fall too, but this spring here they really rooted it deep. Look, all the way down into here. That's good to get all the weeds out of here. And they're right down to the clay layer there. I had about 3 feet of topsoil on top, and they must have been finding worms and stuff in here because they've been rooting deep. Hey, Mr. Boar. Hey? Hey, Mr. Boar. Look at that snout of yours. Yeah, you've been digging in the mud, eh? Yeah. As you can see, there's still quite a bit of snow. The neighbor there across the road, he's an idiot, and he was chasing somebody's animals down the road, just blasting his horn last night. He's done the same thing with my animals too. I don't know whose animals they were, but you could hear him blowing his horn all the way down at the bottom of the hill there. And I seen these animals come up and run in that next door neighbor's driveway. I don't know if they were the horses or what they were, but I called the police on him again because he's done that to mine, and basically he was hitting them with his plow truck. My animals last fall. So last fall? Yeah, I think it was last fall. Hey, Bessie. Yeah, that one steer that I had to kill, that got hurt. I cut him up a few days ago. I guess it was Friday. Yeah, Friday I cut him up. I skinned him out. I skinned him out on Tuesday. What are you doing? Eh? What are you doing? Eh? I skinned him out on Tuesday, and I let him hang for a few more days. And I cut him up Friday, and I kept half for myself, and the other half I gave away to people in need. Because I was getting low on beef myself, but the color of the meat was a little darker than veal, but a lot lighter than beef. And but very tender. I had some for supper night before last. How's the 2 girls in here, eh? How you girls doing, eh? Pretty soon we'll put you down in the barnyard too. They're off milk now completely, eating grain and hay. I cut them down to milk for 4 liters of milk once a day only for week and a half. And then I took them off completely because they were eating tons of hay on their own, and grain and water. Yeah. Yes. I hear you drinking water down there, yeah? I'm gonna fill that up for you. Yeah. So it's pretty dry around here. It rained last night for a few hours. It's quite a mess now that the ice and snow is all gone from around the wood pile here. There's lots of junk pieces from over the winter. But everything's pretty dry. It rained pretty heavy. There's still quite a bit of snow to melt yet. Every night it goes down. Well, last night it went down to a low of 42 degrees last night. But every other night it was down to 28, 27, 26. That guy across the road, he's been back at the same old stuff. Like these guys here, you know, they got hay down there, but they decide they're going to go scrounging for grass down there in the field, and they go all the way out there, and he starts harassing them right at my truck out there where my electric fence is, where the snowplow truck is. He harasses them, and he gets them on the road, and he starts blowing his horn with his truck at them, freaking them out. And I'd like to know whose animals he was chasing. I recorded it last night on video, but I couldn't tell if it was horses or what that he was chasing. I know it wasn't my animals because they were all here in the yard. So I hope everybody's having a good Easter. Just me and the animals here and Emma. Where is Emma anyway? Eh? Where's Emma? Where's Emma? She must have went in the house. Yeah, it's melting down. There's not much snow left to go. But it'll still be, another month before things green up around here. But it's nice and dry everywhere. You can't even tell that it rained last night, really. Because the ground is finally starting to thaw out. It's still frozen in the manure piles there. I tried to deliver a load of manure, and I was hitting ice 10 inches under the manure. These guys are rooting down here. See them two down there, they got their head right in the mud down there. They must be getting grubs and worms and stuff, who knows. Because they're at it all day long. Which is good. I want to get them down there in the bush down there. Down in that brush pretty soon. But I got to rerun a fence line down there. must be finding something or they wouldn't be rooting around like that. Guess they do it all day, every day. I don't know if there's any water coming out of this culvert over here that crosses into the driveway. There was the other day. It looks pretty dry. You can see it's kind of wet down there. Some of these posts got bent over in the winter in the snow. You know, the driveway turned out not too bad considering it wasn't plowed most of the winter. Raise that wire up. You see the wire's been stretched a bit. It's a little bit sagging here. I picked this one up the other day. The post was laying right over on the ground. This one here. This is where I hit the snowbank right here in the wintertime. With a truck trying to get in with a load of hay, I think it was. So I went straight in there and hit that post in there, so. I like to fence off that hill up there this summer, or this spring even. But T-posts are so darn expensive. And I've been using just this rod that I've had kicking around, and it works not too bad, but you still got to have a couple of solid posts. Because the weight of the wire just pulls them over. You got to have corner post, and that's what the problem with this one is here. Is I don't have a corner post up there in a T-post. I just got just a regular post. Just a regular round rod post. And come on, slide up. Yeah. Because that whole hill up there is not fenced in, and it goes for about 1,100 feet from the base of the hill here all the way to the other side to my property line. That's not fenced off. Because this fence only goes here to the base of the hill and goes down there, then cuts straight back that way to my property line and all the way back to the hydro line. Yeah, so the ring gear is gone in that truck. She no crank over. There's some grass there from last year, but see the fence line stops there. I'm going to bring it all the way to the road and follow the road a quarter mile down. But at $5.99 for the cheap 6-foot T-post without the bumps on the post, there's a lightweight one. They're $5.99 Canadian each. And if you want the good 8 or 10-foot ones, I think the 8-foot ones are $10.99 each, and then the 10-foot ones are, I think they're $12.99 each for the good ones. That's a lot of money when you start buying 100, 200 posts. That's why I had all this scrap brown steel. And I fenced this in last year, all this area here. I added that because the steers had gotten so big that they cleaned out all the area in the back where I do have fence posts or T-posts. And even there I don't have a T-post very often. I think there's one every 100 feet. And then I have these round bar posts that I just cut out of scrap round bar I had. And some bed frame angle iron. But bed frame angle iron is brittle. It doesn't bend, it snaps off when a deer runs through it. Yeah, see, the gravel I put on three years ago in 2006, it goes from about here over to there. I only put it 1 width wide because it was bad enough. It took 33 some odd loads to go all the way from the road all the way back down to the barns. And being that it wasn't plowed here, I was into the clay over there, which that whole area had all gravel put on it 30 some years ago. And all up through here too, but the clay just ate it up. But this has got geotextile underneath this. A black geotextile cloth. I put 32 some odd loads. About 6 inches deep, 6 to 8 inches deep. Some places deeper. This boat is for sale. I bought it with the idea of fixing it up. It's got an easy loader trailer on it. Inboard, outboard engine. Oh, some of my son's junk in there. I was going to recover all the upholstery. The engine runs perfect in it. It's got 2 brand new props, plus a couple of beat up ones. And it's got the hood in the back here, the canvas, the canopy. Yeah, $1,700. Take her away. I was going to fix it up more and sell it for a lot more, or use it for myself or something, but I have no interest anymore. I put all new plugs and wire, or new spark plugs and everything in it, and I was going to convert it over to electronic ignition, but I never did. I have the parts here for someplace to do it, but I haven't done it yet. And it's water to water cooled, so it's got antifreeze. It's got an antifreeze tank on the engine, and then it's got a water to water cooler that the lake water cools the antifreeze. It doesn't pump the lake water through the engine. That's my mower deck for my lawn tractor. Yeah, made by Garden Way. Not like them cheap little tin boxes that they make for John Deere's. One person won't even lift that deck. You can see it's all bolted together in panels. You can see I must have hit something years ago and bent that in right there. Look at how heavy, it's like 1/8 steel. And it's heavy duty. It's made by Garden Way. Garden Way Limited. Model number 14061. Serial number. Goes on that Troy built tractor over there. I got the 4-foot snowblower for it too. But I haven't used it now for years. I ride the tractor around. I had to fix the muffler last fall on it. And I changed the hydrostatic drive oil. And that was as far as I got with it. What, 22 minutes, okay. Oh. Yeah, I have to get the shovel out and scrape up the winter manure off the driveway. Because that one white steer, she wouldn't stay in all winter. And then I think I couldn't plow down into the field since I didn't have nothing to plow with. I was dumping hay bales right here, which ended up right on the driveway. So I got to scrape all this up. It's nice and thawed out now. But I'm going to be feeding yet for a while, so of hay. That's my big snowplow that goes on my 5-ton truck. It's a Groundsmaster lawn tractor from when I had the landscaping business. I used to use that for cutting brushy areas. Over in the new subdivision where the children's aid and all that was. I used to cut the ditches and stuff, and alders used to grow up in there. So I'm going to feed down here. This next load of hay that I get this week. Just going to roll them down this hill like I did last spring. I can fertilize that area down there. Last year they rolled right down into the bush down there. Hopefully that doesn't happen this year when I roll them down. I might even put one bale right here. I don't know, we'll see. We'll see. There's enough manure on that side. So I fed them all across that side this past winter. This is a water line here for their other tank. I got some fence fixing here to do. I'm gonna have to walk this whole line here and find out how this is before they find out before me. I see there's one post down there bent over. And this line is dead. Yeah, so I'll have to see what's going on there. There's an insulator missing off this post. Don't see it anywhere here. I don't see it anywhere. I don't see a yellow insulator laying anywhere here, so I don't know. What's this over here? Yeah, there's one. Yeah, I'll have to walk this whole line and find out why this line's not working. They haven't gone this way yet this year. They've gone towards the road. They haven't come back this way yet. Which they probably will this week. So I'll have to walk the whole 2.5 miles of fence line and see what's going on. It's working up front because that's the first loop that it makes. Ooh. Yeah, I figured this would be down on the ground here. Whoa. Sorry guys. Thought I dropped you. Yeah, I dropped you down there, eh? All right with you. Just hang tight. Yeah. Okay. Put that back on there. Okay guys, take care, take her easy, and we'll talk to you again soon.